than an insect. Yes, let's rise to the top like a bench press. Lift and extend like a drift in the wind, cause it exists within. So pot floating above the rim like Jordan. Soaring over the heads, we stay scoring, ignoring any limitations they put on us. Dormant, daydreaming, leaving the Earth's orbit. The sky ain't the limit, we rarely in search for it. So lend me your ears, make sure you're listening clear. Freedom exists in the air, that's why I'm taking you there. Who cares? You scared of the heights, bungee jumping with mic cords, using my life force like yours, and ride through the stars as we rise through the bars. Black astronauts, man, we tryna go far.
Quit being weird.
Not really.
Just quit being weird, nigga.
I do. I'm really with you right now.
Yeah, I mean the VR thing. You have to. Dog, I wasn't a believer. I wasn't a believer.
All right.
I was not a believer. Let me explain to you what happened, and then you can go.
Okay.
I just want to explain myself on why, because I was the same way as Feek. Like I was like, I ain't no need for VR. For what? You know, like
hell no.
Yeah,
No. Because when we had the conversation, me and CJ were both like, man, fuck VR. That shit's crazy. Y'all were like, VR's happening. You got to be more quicker than that.
No, what I said was I'd already experienced it. That's before I experienced it. I was on. If you go listen to old shows, you can hear where I've talked about not really being on VR.
I wish we had Raven back then. Anyway, go ahead.
Checker. So what happened is I got my boy Greg's Oculus Rift, and he played, what game was it? Outlast. We played Outlast. It was a horror game. We played that on Oculus Rift, and when I tell you I almost shit myself, it was the most intense experience. If I could play every video game in VR right now and do it the way I was doing it, which was still using the controller and able to use it around, and it was head tracking, dog, it was amazing. I just have to say it was amazing. I didn't believe it until I experienced it. But go ahead, Fig. I know.
I'm sure it is.
So my only concern, that's not a concern. I'm excited about VR, but I'm not overly excited because it's mostly just because for me, the types of games that are going to be most successful on VR, that VR is going to add the most to, are not my types of games. I'm not a huge horror game fan.
Okay.
I'm not a huge first-person shooter fan. My games are, I like JRPGs, which I'm already suffering because I can't remember the last time there was a good JRPG on any system. Normal RPGs, which I think could work, but I don't see the VR really adding a lot to it. I see it really subtracting. Sports and fighting games, and for those games, you can't have any latency. You know what I'm saying? For those games, you need to have a big screen in front of you.
I don't think those sports games will ever work.
Yeah, I don't think it'll ever work with sports games. I don't think it'll ever work with fighting games. And so, so with that, so I'm sure that there's going to be some dope stuff, but I know I'm not spending, what was it, $400 to $800?
Yeah,
anytime soon.
So I was gonna break down the prices because
until you can fuck it.
So this is the thing. The price.
Well, can't you get that little attachment now? Isn't there an attachment that goes with the app on your phone? Yeah. And then if you got the VR, then you can fuck it. The porn stars sell what they feel like their pussy.
What is it called though?
Oh,
fleshlight.
Man. Where is Raven? Is it fleshlight? Okay.
No, it's not a fucking fleshlight. You disgusting
motherfucker. It is a fleshlight.
No,
it's a fleshlight that has an app in it.
Oh no! I do remember it was like the little machine that goes like up and down, and it looked like one of the monsters off of the second Mario that shoots balls out his nose.
Yo, how can we get back to VR like very quickly?
Listen, we are in VR. We're trying to figure out if we can fuck it now.
No,
that is important. But go ahead. Go ahead. You about to talk about the prices? Fuck it.
So the prices are intense, but this is what you would expect for these type of headsets. Like these headsets, you need a high-end PC. Like you're gonna need one that's out the door. So if you're not spending at least $800 on your PC, or you ain't built it right for like 5 or 6, just don't do it. Like the Oculus Rift needs 3 USB ports to even work. Now, the Vive, which is what nobody's talking about, the HTC Vive, is the one I really, really am excited about, but will never have because I don't have $800 to spend on a VR headset. Because that thing is amazing. It actually even lets you take calls inside while you're playing the game. Like, it has a camera on the outside. It's amazing. The one I'm looking at is the PlayStation VR. I think that's going to be the biggest seller. And it's going to have the easiest entry point because everybody has a PlayStation, and it's just the peripheral. But what they don't tell you is that you need the Move controllers and the camera to work. So now you're at about $475. They're expensive. All I'll say is this: you got to play it. You got to just go out when they have their demos and their kiosks, things like that. When they finally get to Best Buy, go play it. Just go play it and talk to me right after you play it. Period. I think it's going to be. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So the only one I've had a chance to touch is the cardboard.
Okay.
It's like the Samsung cardboard.
Cardboard's okay. Did you have the viewer to go with it?
It was something on a roller coaster. I couldn't,
Oh yeah.
And it was.
You talking about the Cedar Point one?
Go ahead.
Yeah, the Cedar Point one.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was dope. I mean, it was a cool thing. Like, it was surreal to like recognize that when I was turning my head, the field of vision was turning, and all of that. So that's dope. But I still feel like you just set me up to sound like an angry ass nerd.
No.
All I can think about is Madden's franchise mode.
So,
Final Fantasy 15.
So this is one thing, and this is what I'll say as far as the functionality for that. That's okay, but say you did have a PlayStation, like whatever. It's not coming on Xbox. We know that. But if you had a PlayStation and you had the VR headset, they just announced that. Say you don't have a big room, it will from now on. It's going to play all your PlayStation games in the Oculus as well. Like, you'll be able to do that. I mean, not Oculus, but the PlayStation VR, you'll be able to do that as well. So, say you got a very small TV, like say you got a very tiny TV, or say that you don't want to take up the TV while your wife is watching TV. Those type of things it'll let you do. And say you wanted to make your screen 60 inches. In VR, you can make it whatever fuck size you want. So,
man, that sounds like my eyes are hurting right now just from thinking about that. Like, how does the brain even like? Oh, man, that sounds like a headache.
So that's a couple of interesting things I am interested in thinking about in terms of this. Is what is the long-term ramifications of this in terms of gaming?
Yeah,
because like. This is not gonna be the Wiimote. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Or or the PlayStation Move, or the
funny thing,
whatever the fuck.
It needs.
Go ahead.
It needs the PlayStation Move. So if you even had those peripherals before, then you're already a step ahead. So
yeah, but no, my point is that, like, remember when the Wii came out and the Wiimote was this revolutionary thing, and pretty much everybody knew that was gonna be like. That it was a gimmick and it wasn't going to really revolutionize gaming. But of course, Xbox came out with the Kinect and PlayStation came out with the Move, and they tried it for like 2 years. But now, like, nobody plays games with those things. You know what I'm saying? Maybe people that still have Wiis and shit.
Yeah.
But like, nobody's buying a Move, nobody's buying a Kinect to play games on the Kinect. So this ain't that. Like, this is going to change gaming. So I'm when they show me like a game that is enhanced by VRness, when they can give me Sword Art Online without the dying or the bad plot,
dog,
I'm be all for it.
Feek is
go ahead.
Feek is there. It's there, dog. I'm telling you, it's there. I've never been more excited about something coming up that's not out. That I've experienced that nobody else really in my circle has. How many times have I talked about VR on this show since I've seen it? Like, I've talked about VR every time it's mentioned, and I've always glowed about it. Like, you have to get one of these bigger headsets, and I played a demo version. Like, I didn't even play the big version.
But what I'm saying is, what are the AAA game, the game that what is the game that they're developing right now? They've been developing it since 2010. That's gonna come out next year. That's gonna make me buy a VR headset. What is that?
This is gonna make you or the majority of people who game?
Who's gonna make majority?
Like that's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is the? I'm not necessarily me. I'm talking about not necessarily me per se, but like a guy like me who is not overly interested in, you know, horror, survival horror, or, you know, kind of gimmicky move games. Like, what is my BioShock Infinite? You know what I'm saying?
So BioShock Infinite. Yeah. What do you mean? Do you think that they're not going to come out with any, like, I mean, to me, when you're coming out with a new appendage or, you know, a new system or whatever, if you don't come out with really good games to go with it, then why even come out with it? That doesn't make any sense. No, so I'm expecting them to come out with something beastly to get your attention.
I'm just saying I need to see that and see how that is somehow going to be enhanced by VR before I'm like, yeah, this is it.
You don't think BioShock? You don't think BioShock Infinite would be enhanced by VR? I'm not even a VR guy, but I'm just saying to you, like, fam.
Not fully. I think, like, especially for me, you know me on first-person shooters, fast twitch shooters are, you know, I don't see that being enhanced by VR. Because first off, think about it. Like, imagine walking down a hallway in BioShock and you hear a nigga behind you.
What's BioShock?
Shut up, motherfucker.
What is bottle shock?
Imagine you're walking down a corridor in BioShock and you hear a nigga behind you or whatever, and you have to like turn your whole body around to shoot that nigga while that nigga's unloading on you with flame.
We're just talking about. I'm just arguing to the point of you're talking about how it's gonna look and how it's gonna feel. Yeah, there's gonna be some twingy mechanics, and like I said, I'm already thinking about the headache that I would probably have from doing it, and this, that, and the third. But, you know, to act like it's not gonna look like it's gonna be fucking crazy, there's gonna be anything to turn your nose up at, nigga, you might as well stop. You might as well cut that out.
We got some.
Not turn my nose up.
Hold on. We got some people in the chat that have been saying some stuff. Richard was like, Gear VR is okay. Google Cardboard is basically 2 out of 10 when it comes to VR. Richard also said that there's no explanation for well, hold on, let me make sure I got it right. No substitute. Even when the mixed reality videos don't really give you a chance to know. Like, he's basically saying there's no substitute to VR. I guess he's experienced it. And then Keyline, you know, our homie Keyline Pie, she said, could you get motion sickness with VR? Yes.
I'm sure.
Yes, I will say that.
It's probably not good VR if you can't. I mean, it's kind of like weed. Like, if you're not.
But the reason I brought it up in the last part, we'll get last part, and then we'll get into the other part of the show. But PlayStation has some things in line which I think are really important that are developer toolkits, so anybody can submit VR games. But before it goes out, PlayStation has their team go over it and walk you through step by step on what makes a good VR game and what doesn't. So, like, they're hand-holding these developers, and it seems like it's developers chomping at the bit to do it. So I'm just really interested to see where it goes. This first round is not for y'all feet. It's for early adopters.
Now, I will say this. I am interested in also reality shit.
Yes. Now, Microsoft, when they come out with theirs, which they said they're years off from getting a public version out, but when that happens, that's wild. Because I saw that press conference this past year, and I was blown away. So yeah, VR.
What are you talking about?
Alter reality, or the press conference? Alter reality is.
Go ahead.
Alter reality is when, like, right now I'm sitting in my Game of Thrones room, right, and we got an empty coffee table, and so alter reality would have it so it's really like that Iron Man shit. You know how Iron Man's reaching and grabbing shit that's not there and putting it to different places? That's what alter reality is, where it projects digitized images in the real world. So you're I'll be looking at my room and at my table, but there'd be Tetris blocks on top of it. and not grab them with my hand in real time and move and manipulate them to play the game.
Gotcha.
So the best thing, like they got
that's where it's at.
Yeah, the mind.
Just making sure everybody's on the same. Everybody who's listening may not know what that is.
True. Yeah, absolutely. So VR is here. I'm really interested to see where it goes. Next up, we're gonna talk. Feet. We're gonna switch it up because I know a lot of people didn't get a chance to read this week, and it's been crazy as far as trying to get comic books in with everything else. So we're gonna switch it to comic book shows because I know you've been catching up on The Flash, right? You caught up?
Yeah, I just finished The Flash last week. I'm trying to figure out, whatever you told me, I wasn't able to do it.
Hold on.
I need a way to watch these shows on my Xbox.
Hold on, spoiler.
Until further notice.
I wanted to give a spoiler tag out.
Anyway, just get through the first season. Trust me, it's worth the time investment. Get through the first season. The first season of all of these shows are set up because there's so many new people coming into the show that don't know anything about comic books or any other characters that they have to do a lot of setup. But second season and beyond is good.
I heard Vixen just popped up on Arrow, which has me real mad.
Yeah, buddy.
Because I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, buddy. Did you see the Vixen cartoon show?
No, I never saw it.
It's only 30 minutes. They're like 5-minute clips. But it's actually 30 minutes. It tells a fairly good story and tells her backstory for when she came on Arrow.
Yeah, bro, they're getting down on these shows, fam. I was catching up on Gotham this week, bro. It's going down on these shows, man. It's a great time.
So let's
catch up.
Let's go around the room. Feeks, let's talk about just briefly talk about The Flash and what you've thought about it so far.
So The Flash is low key not one of my favorite comic book. I don't know. I don't ever really want to read The Flash, but I love the Flash's powers, if that makes sense. So watching it on screen was dope, and it really makes you think that almost all of these comic book characters, I know that Fox has been trying to get an X-Men TV show started, and they're doing this thing with Legion, which I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work out. But I feel like comic book movies comic book characters are going to be way more suited for TV because it's just more to do. I don't know. It's hard to explain. But I say all that to say, I loved watching this fucking show. I had to finish this before I really started into House of Cards. And really, even though some wild shit, I'm on episode 4 of House of Cards, and I'll just leave it at that. Maybe 5, I should say. I don't remember when it happens, but see why you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I just had to finish it because it's so fun. His powers are just so fucking fun.
So
they're the funnest powers.
Being that this is a nerd show and nerds tend to gloat, can I get my 2 seconds to say that I told you fucking so?
Because I was suspect after the first 2 episodes. I was like, this
and then nigga, when that Reverse Flash show up, and the shit gets
bruh. Yeah. When Zoom show up.
I haven't seen Zoom, nigga. Chill.
Yeah.
Come on, act like you don't know what's out there. I knew about that before I even started watching it.
Yeah, everybody knew Zoom was there. You knew Zoom was there.
Right. Fuck out.
I for the longest I didn't know Zoom and Reverse Flash were 2 different characters. Real talk.
My gosh, wow. I'm gonna leave that alone. I won't go there. I won't judge you.
And Flash has the most comic booky of the comic book characters,
and it's the most successful of all the comic book shows.
He has a Captain Freeze and a Captain Boomerang. What's fucking with that?
Yeah, his shit is straight Saturday morning cartoon. Yeah, Captain Cold. His shit is straight Saturday morning cartoon. He's got a good line. He's doing good.
Yeah, and they somehow managed to turn Captain Cold into a viable recurring villain.
I love Captain Cold. I had to hit A a week ago and be like, man, Leonard Snart is my dude. I think he's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. He's funny as
fuck. Only problem is kind of with Captain Cold is that in truth, Flash is one of the most OP comic book characters out there.
Oh, he is. Yeah, absolutely.
And so, I know he's still learning to be Flash at this point in time in the show, but I'm gonna need them to find really more effective ways to make his villains harder to beat for him. Because the fight between Captain Cold and Pyromaniac and Flash, I was like, no, you're fast. Run really fast, punch him in the face.
Right. Like, no, it was some little kid shit.
Ass fucking guns.
Yeah.
Just run really fast, punch him in the face.
You're going to have to tolerate some of that with Flash, just like you got to tolerate some of that with Arrow. It just kind of is what it is. Yeah. Like, you're like, come on, Guardian, you got the ratchet on you. Like, you can't just slip and, killed him. Like, it's over, mission done. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you gotta let that go. You got to go back to your, like, 10-year-old space and just live there for a minute.
But overall, you're liking the show, right?
Oh yeah, I can't wait to catch season 2, especially since it ended on such a dope cliffhanger. Like I already know, like I guess they start going into multiverse shit, which
and
I mean shit,
the way they explain the multiverse is so good,
bruh. And I didn't know anything about it before because I never really fucked with Flash, but now I'm about it.
It's like literally like 4 things they tell you, and then you're like, oh, that makes sense. So what about you, CY? What you been watching?
Oh man, I've been catching up on right now. Actually, right before the show, I was catching up on Black Dynamite. I've been catching up on everything. Yeah, I've been catching up on everything that you be like, oh, you should catch up on that, and then you never do. You just kind of sits in your Netflix queue. Mm-hmm. So, because I'm like, officially moving back to Minneapolis, leaving this weekend. So I'm like kind of in that space where like no job, no nothing. You're just kind of waiting for moving day. So playing a lot of video games and packing and, trying to do some grown man shit in between, but really ain't much to do. So I've been watching that. Caught up on Flash, caught up on Arrow, caught up on Legends, caught up on Gotham, caught up on Walking Dead and House of Cards.
Damn.
Yeah.
Caught up on everything.
That sounds nice.
I know it has been. It's been heaven like a mug. Like I thought about y'all as I was doing all that watching. I was like, I'm gonna do this for my boys who can't do this shit no more because I'm the last of the Mohican. Like,
it's been daddy daycare over here.
Right. I got 2 days off next week before I start this new job, and I've been looking forward to them shits. Like,
because you taking the kids to daycare, ain't you?
Ooh. I'm taking them to daycare them 2 days. I mean, taking them to daycare ain't nothing, but like just. Being able to know I'm gonna have.
Well, that's what I mean. You're gonna have freedom. Like you ain't got to worry about.
I just
like if you close your eyes,
7, 8.
You close hours. You close the eyes with your controller in your hand. You ain't got to worry about a kid coming.
Y'all are both so happy right now. You're just grunting. You're just Saturday.
I don't even have nothing to play. Like I was playing Arkham, but now that I stopped, I just don't feel like playing it anymore. And I ain't really get started. You're right, man. That Batmobile shit is tedious as fuck.
Man, that shit turned me off too. I love Batman games. I couldn't do nothing with it.
Why didn't they I haven't Batman? They got rid of half of the stealth stalking niggas shit,
which was the reason why niggas would play the game.
That was the best part of the game. The only thing that is dope, me and Book finally are getting ready to do a system share, and he got that new Hitman.
Oh,
so I'm gonna get into that. Hitman's like. Low key, one of my all-time favorite games.
All three of us, because I just talked to A about it.
Yeah.
So I'll be in that maybe, or just I got writing and shit to do, or maybe I'll prepare for this job. Either way, I can do whatever the fuck I want. 2 whole days.
2 whole days. I'm looking forward to it, man. You deserve it.
Hell yeah.
What about you, CY? Is that pretty much what you've been up to as far as?
Yeah, man. Just like I said, just getting ready to go back to the crib. Got a good thing lined up. And just been catching up on shows. Dragon Ball Z, I watched all of Frieza and Cell. I watched both of those.
Hey,
I've been chilling.
It pained me so much with the Frieza saga, dog, because it took 8,000 years for it to end.
Did they do better this time? Did they make it shorter?
I haven't been watching the new one. I was talking about the old one.
Yeah, you watched the new one though, right, Siwa?
No, I'm talking about the old ones.
Oh, fuck that! I love my Dragon Ball Z experience, but I'm never watching that shit again.
Well, it's something that you fall asleep on, and I put it on while I'm doing the dishes and turn it up real loud, while I'm working out. It's something you can walk out on. This is kind of like House of Cards. You can walk out and walk back in and still know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah. So I'll kind of go into what I've been watching. It's a couple things. Everything what everybody else has been talking about. Legends Tomorrow is fucking amazing. I ain't gonna talk about it if Feek hasn't watched it. Go watch Legends of Tomorrow. I know you coming.
Hey, what about fake LL Cool J though,
bruh? Nigga.
What about fake LL Cool J?
You talking about Diggle?
Nah, bro, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it.
All right. I'll be on the lookout for that.
Yeah,
I'll be looking at that nigga like, what are you doing?
If this shit don't work with you, CY, I'm gonna go ahead and acquire the episodes of these shows.
Hey, Feek. Put it this way. In this last episode, 2 episodes ago, and it's not a spoiler because it was all over the CW, and you probably saw it. But they had Connor Hawk in Legends of Tomorrow. Connor Hawk is the future version of Arrow, which is Arrow's son.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Diggles.
Well, in this one, it wound up being Diggles, but.
Okay.
But in the comic book, Arrow, basically had a baby with a black woman, and that's
word.
Yeah,
I could see Ollie with a black chick.
Yeah, me too. So that's Legends of Tomorrow is amazing. But I wanted to talk.
Felicity is thick. I'm sorry.
Felicity is bae.
Yeah,
that's a question we need to have: is who is the ultimate bae in nerd TV?
Hey man, Felicity might win right now, man.
Felicity might win right now. Yeah. She is perfect nerd.
I don't know though.
I know when they found her, they were like, "Yo,
Iris from Flash, dog. She fine as shit, dog."
Yeah, but Felicity typifies.
Well, see the way
tropes that nerds are into.
The way that I judge them is based on how close do they really look like they could be a comic book character.
Yeah,
and I would say Felicity, like they snatched her right out of a comic book. Like she's perfect.
Did, and an anime at the same time. Like she is.
Absolutely. But Iris, I would say Iris as well was taken.
Did you see
definitely?
Iris.
And I would also say, old girl off of Gotham that Jim is dating. The one that's in Deadpool.
And you can't forget about Agent May, her fine 52-year-old ass.
Yeah.
52,
so,
dog.
I don't know who Agent May is.
The Cavalry.
The Cavalry.
Nah.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Do you know why?
You know what? I forgot. I stopped. I never got back into that. It's too much going on right now. I'm gonna have to pull a CY one of these days and just lock the kids in the room, and maybe I'll get around to that because I heard that shit's going crazy.
Hey, so that's what I wanted to talk about. Good segue there. They doing Secret Warriors, dog.
Hold on, I don't know nothing about no Secret Warriors. Secret Warriors?
Yeah.
So not Secret Wars.
Secret Warriors, the Nick Fury led team. Yeah, dog.
Okay, now I do have a little bit more of an idea. I do remember.
I have no idea.
Just know you're in for a ride. And
okay,
Feek, this should make you know how intense it's gotten. I don't know if you said you haven't read the comic book, CY. The Secret Warriors comic book. CY?
I didn't read.
No, not yet.
No, okay. I just am familiar with the concept. Just from being a Marvel fan.
They just introduced Hive on the show. If you know anything about Hive is a big bad. Like, that's multiple episodes of him being on the show. Like, it's the best show on TV, dog, that nobody's watching. Nobody's watching it, and it's literally better than the Flash.
Feeling it.
So yeah, man.
It's just the first season is so hard to get through because I just don't fucking care.
The first season was all set up.
Oh, Flash or Arrow?
Arrow.
No.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yo, and wait, Keelan.
I'm not gonna argue with you, but it's not my favorite.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, put it this way. I see where the development is from the first episode till now. Put it this way, Agent Ward has played 4 different characters on the show, and it's all been Ward.
That's the extra good looking dude, right?
That's the main guy in the first episode.
With the big jaw.
Yeah.
He plays 4 different characters right now, dog.
Well, he's getting it in.
Yeah, he's played 4 different characters. So yeah, man.
Like sometimes, bro, I sit up and I watch these shows and I feel so bad because I feel like we're watching soap operas, man.
Dog, or I feel like we living in the fucking nerd utopia.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. This shit.
We watching stories. We watching General Hospital in Dallas.
My wife and my son, my children should be lucky that this shit was not happening during undergrad because it'd have been so easy to just be like, you know what, fuck all this shit.
Hey man, I would have had a
real talk.
I might have had a bad coke addiction, just coke in movies, nigga. Like, let's just.
We was just talking about how bad it would have been if this would have happened when we were old.
Oh God,
like older men.
Yeah, yo, we need to put that up in like the chat or something. That conversation that me and you had, because that shit was hilarious.
Yeah, like we was 60-year-olds, like and this just.
I said I would have a heart attack if all this was happening right now, and I was like 60, 70, I'd fucking die, nigga.
You wouldn't be able to take it, nigga. Can you imagine getting a Star Wars movie every year, and you saw the original Star Wars in the theater? Nigga,
what? And there's a black person in the lead, nigga. What? Are you serious?
You might lose. Yeah. You might lose your shit. Anyway,
nigga, lost my mind.
Speaking of shit that we didn't see coming, Daredevil trailer came out this past week, just a couple days ago. Final trailer for the new season of Daredevil, which is out. By the time you hear this, it will be out because it's coming out on Friday. The show. So yeah, man, Daredevil is out. And what do y'all think the predictions will be? I'm gonna go with you, Feek. What do you think predictions for Daredevil?
So, spoiler alert. So I only watched the first trailer, and I didn't watch the second trailer till before we got ready to record. And when I realized that they were adding Punisher and Elektra,
yes,
I got yeah, because Daredevil is probably the only non-X-Men character I follow to a decent extent. In my youth,
and that's surprising with me. It don't seem like you would be a Daredevil guy. I don't know why.
You know what? Bullseye and Elektra were really cool characters. And then I fucked with the Punisher, so I had to come back around Daredevil.
I think, was Sweeney drawn? When were you reading? When were you reading that?
What I don't know, nigga. Whenever the late 90s, nigga. 95 through 2000.
I was just trying to see what I was trying to see what author you were reading.
So I don't remember who. Only person I remember that I was. Well, I'm sorry. That was Punisher with Garth Ennis.
Okay.
So never mind. But anyway, so yeah, and so then the Punisher's there. The Punisher's probably one of my favorite characters. Period. It's because of that Garth Ennis run. It feels like we're getting a similar look at the Punisher, because the Punisher's been an anti-hero, a hero, and a villain at different times in his character's lifespan, and it seems like we're getting probably a little bit of all of that. And then the Punisher's just so fucking fun to watch, Yeah.
Now that he can be officially unleashed in the proper way.
Yeah.
Right.
He's kind of like Wolverine. You can't just let him out and put mittens over his talons, and you know what I'm saying? You can't just let Punisher out and just give him one pistol. Like, what the fuck? You putting, SpongeBob references in the movie and shit. He looks like he smells like cologne. Like, you can't do that. You gotta unleash this motherfucker, man.
Right. So I'm excited about that. I do. Now, the one thing I don't know where they're going with this Eastern Asian League of Shadows looking thing. I'm interested.
If you read Daredevil, then you know. Well, I don't know if the hand
that one I'm not as familiar.
Yeah, the hand and stick. That's big comic book. That's old school.
Yeah, so I need to see that, but I know that's gonna tie into Iron Fist.
Yeah,
which tie into
Luke Cage.
I think we get Luke Cage when was it this winter?
No, yeah, we get. They announced Luke Cage is November. Let me see.
Yeah.
They just announced,
I think 11th. Something specific, or am I tripping?
Yeah, no.
It feel like the Christmas season.
It is it's sooner than that. They just announced it. It is. Come on, I'm trying to find it. September 30th.
September 30th. Okay.
September 30th is all gonna drop on Netflix. So
nice.
And apparently, Iron Fist is gonna be in the Luke Cage series. They just cast him. So
who they got playing Iron Fist?
Loras from Game of Thrones.
Loras,
not Loras. What is the homeboy? I'm trying to remember his name. I'm not a huge Game of Thrones guy, but he was a main character. Let me see. I'm gonna just look it up. Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. While we're doing that, Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Because I
see him, but I don't recognize him from Game of Thrones. But then I'm looking at also like 10 different people. I don't know what's going on. Let me go back to news.
While we're doing this, CY, kind of go into, some of the things you think about Daredevil.
About Daredevil, or just about like releases and which ones Well,
this is about Daredevil in the trailer.
Well, Daredevil's big deal for me because I love Daredevil. He's actually the first comic book I ever got. I didn't have a bunch of them, but the first one I ever got was a Daredevil comic book. And then shortly after, ended up bumping into Punisher, and then he was the second series that I started on. So I'm excited that they're really doing Daredevil the right way. Like I like good action. This has to have like just as well as they're like busting them guns, like they got to be throwing them hands too, like for both Punisher and for Daredevil. And I like the fact that the choreography is on point. It's dope. Like motherfuckers is getting their arms broke. People are dying. Like it's going down because that's how Hell's Kitchen is. So they really did a good job building Hell's Kitchen for me. I dug that shit.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about the next season.
Yeah, they went with Man Without Fear last year. And I'm interested to see where they go this year. I do think it's a lot of pressure on them.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Well, I don't know because they did good. Jessica Jones is fucking great, so maybe that's why people pressure because Jessica Jones is so good.
Yeah,
this is the other part of the pressure that you don't really know, and Aaron may not know because you're not Walking Dead fans. This is like so this is where Walking Dead is where Shane cut his teeth, and then he was gone from the show like poof. And he's a really dope actor. So they have a chance to get a lot of Walking Dead fans that don't watch Daredevil to come over to just see Shane. Everybody calls him Shane because he's dope actor.
Let me guess. He died in Walking Dead. He was either killed by a zombie or by a person who was angry.
Nigga, that's life right now. Like that's how you can die. What do you mean?
So.
What are you talking about?
So this is the thing. We're all very excited about it. We're gonna move on because we're running a little long on that. I want to get into this motherfucking surprise international Batman versus Superman trailer, the Korean version. Ooh, buddy.
Man, I feel like we need a show just for that.
Like Feek even was like a little bit like, oh, okay, like. And I know Feek has his reservations about the movie. As far as
some reservations.
And this is the thing, reservations about the story, and I get it. This isn't Fox. I mean, this isn't Marvel. They haven't established or proven themselves. And you didn't like Man of Steel, right? Like,
nah, Man of Steel. I was fucking with solid B minus.
Yeah, well, a nigga B minus means you liked it. Like that's passing.
Right. I enjoyed watching it.
Yeah. Well, then that's all that matters.
But but it wasn't a good movie. It's the weird situation.
Let me ask this question: how important in the ethos
it's like good head from an ugly chick?
How important in the ethos of superheroes and shit is Superman to you?
He is not super duper important. He's like, when you say the ethos, what do you mean? Like just the world of superheroes?
Yeah, just period. Like how, like especially just to movies and to what's going on right now. Like, were you really like, oh man, Superman movie come out, I'm all about it? We were just like, oh, this would be awesome. I hope they don't fuck it up. Like,
I was more.
Who are you more excited for?
I was more the latter. I was more. This would be dope. I hope they don't fuck it up. I'm excited for. I was more excited for the DC universe getting it shot to like, okay, let us show y'all what we can do. And then for the movie to be narratively just wrong on so many levels.
No, not wrong, different. Because you know one version of Superman. I know the other version. That but true.
So I get that.
But you see, this is where me and A intersect when we talk about Gotham, because I feel the exact same way. But continue.
So even still, the problem isn't just that it wasn't the Superman I was looking for. It was more so that the movie just had flaws in it. Aside from my nerd fandom saying, why did Superman kill a guy? It was also, this part doesn't make sense. This part doesn't make sense. Those look like flying penises. You know what scene I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, how did they let that happen? Like, it takes $55 million to make a special effect. You got to have like 6 editors, 25 computer graphics artists, 2 producers, and a director. Look at that. Look at the flying black dildo and say, yep, that's okay.
So let's. But we've been.
We off subject.
Yeah, we off subject.
I'm worried about Batman versus Superman for reasons other than why I didn't like Superman, which is I think the DC cinematic universe as a whole is more interesting than the Marvel Cinematic Universe in terms of like what it's got to offer. They just have better characters down the line, aside from a handful, and of course the X-Men universe I think is number one out of all of them. But that's just in the weird space, and I'm hopeful, but I don't know. We ain't there yet. So I don't want them to rush it. See, here's my problem. Marvel clearly loves what they're doing. Marvel right now is that nerdy kid in class that like they gave you a chance to do show and tell, and you was like, yo, I'm about to show all of y'all this dope ass shit I do on my own. And the whole class is like, yeah, we fuck with you now. This is dope. Like they love what they're doing. Warner Brothers, is it Warner Brothers?
Yeah, it's WB.
So their shit is low key a little cynical. They're like, yo, we gonna use this to get this money.
Yeah,
you feel me?
It's darker. It's a different. It's a different. Like you said, it's a different philosophy. Like Marvel, right. But Marvel is allowed to have that philosophy. Like DC ain't really been allowed to do that. Like they're the only thing that scares me, and it only scares me because it can go terribly wrong, but I don't think it will. Is that they are introducing, and when I mean introducing, I mean like there's going to be a shot here and a shot there. Maybe the biggest character will be Flash because that's how you can get Darkseid and everything else is by time traveling. Like Flash could come from the future. I would be okay with that. And he just say something real quick and go. Other than that,
so I'd be cool with that if that happened. If Flash came from the future and like popped up on yo, I'm here. We got to do this, this, and this. Maybe that's where that kind of odd scene where Superman takes off Batman's hood comes from.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe that's the issue. And I feel like I'm confident that DC is releasing screeners for it a week early, dog. Like, they don't... If your movie's bad, Fantastic Four didn't get screeners till the day before.
Right.
So, like, if your movie was bad, then it would be bad. But I've heard people that I trust on the net, like, that are film critics, that have already seen the movie and that said that it's fucking fantastic. It's fantastic. But we were really just trying to talk about the trailer itself. Just the trailer. Dominique, what did you think about it? Sorry about that. Yeah.
Damn.
I know. Full government.
Yo, you can real talk. We've been doing real good on takes.
Yeah.
Like
yep. And I ain't got hit in a long time.
Yeah, that was my bad.
You fucked up the streak, man.
Yeah, well, players fuck up. Anyway,
Indeed.
See why.
I was just kind of I was caught in the motion of what was going on. What's the question?
No, so just about
what's
the trailer.
You feeling on the
trailer?
On the trailer.
Which trailer?
The new Korean trailer.
Yeah, the Batman.
The new. Okay, so now we're at Batman. All right, cool. I thought it was dope. It got me excited. Like I'm you know me. You can't fuck this up for me. Like you just can't. Not right now. Like the movie could fuck up and be bad, and then I would walk out and be upset. But right now, there is nothing that anyone can say to rain on my motherfucking parade. I'm nigga. We're getting Batman and Superman. Bless you. No, it's fine. It's fine. We're getting them on the screen at the same fucking time, and it looks decent. Not terrible. It looks decent. And I know it's going to be better than decent. I'll take it. Fuck it. Let's go. If I could pay a fee to Marvel right now to be like, to Marvel and DC to be like, yo, I pay you a fee. You give me a ticket to all the shit that's coming out. I don't even have to see it. Fuck it. Just give me a ticket.
Give me a ticket.
Yo, funny thing behind that. They may be thinking about that with Star Wars since they're like launching all.
I don't know if I do that for Star Wars. I don't know if I do that for Star Wars.
I do it for Star Wars in a heartbeat.
I do it for Star Wars.
Yeah. And if they do it for Star Wars, then they're gonna do it for Marvel. They're owned by the same company. Yeah. I'll say this about the Marvel. I mean about the Batman trailer.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Because when I saw it,
sir,
all I did.
I like to cha-cha.
Sir.
I was ready, dog. I was ready.
Bruh.
That night.
Bruh, there isn't one part of that, like that whole preview where I was just like, ugh. Every part I was like, yup. Like it's fam. It's gonna be great.
Yeah,
it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be real good. So
he even said, anyway, don't get me started. Yeah. I'll take over the fucking show.
Now we also go ahead. I'm sorry, Feet. Go ahead.
I don't know, man. Shit looks dope. I'm most excited. So I'm still frustrated. Not frustrated. What the hell's going on? My bad. Hold up. I can't stop it.
Like, Feet, do you know what Batman we're about to get?
Dark Knight. I was just about to say that. It won't let me stop it. What kind of bullshit is this?
I'm gonna talk while you're fixing it.
My bad. Yeah, I'm so no. The Dark Knight suit, seeing it like in full, like flesh, gave me goosebumps. Right. But I want now, like I feel fucked up. Now I want the whole Dark Knight story.
Well, I don't.
So I hope.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, they're not gonna do it. But I'm like. The most thing I'm most excited about with all of this is this new Batman. Like I have so much. I'm gassed on Affleck's Batman, on Zack Snyder. Oh, another thing to point out that's going to be very clear. I don't think any of the Marvel directors can direct action as well as Zack Snyder.
Yeah, we're definitely about to see because Zack Snyder puts his foot into it every time.
Yeah, and so I'm excited about that. Excited about what he gets to do with Wonder Woman.
Yeah, that Wonder Woman is going to be cracked.
So we gotta move on. I do want to say one thing though, two things that'll make y'all all happy. One of the reviewers that saw the movie said this. They said that it's a really, really good movie, but Batman's almost too dark. Which to me,
that's what I was just getting ready to say. He's almost a villain, fam.
Yo,
it's gonna be so good.
Yeah, and to me, that does nothing but yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
I like that.
And I mean, really, both of them have kind of a villainous twinge to them in this movie. But like, fam, we're getting a Batman that likes to hurt people. Like he said it in the preview. Like, man, I'm not as fast as I used to be. That means that he's gonna bulk up, and when he gets his hands on you, it's over.
We getting intimidating Batman.
Yeah. Oh, bro, we are not intimidating from the Batmobile. I'm talking about like you seeing him mix your homie up, and you're like, yeah, no, I don't want none of that.
And the second thing, they said the Wonder Woman steals the show. They said
of course she does.
They said that the entire movie, all of Wonder Woman's scenes, she steals the show, whether she's fighting or otherwise. So I'm interested to see kind of how this goes. So that, you see how that goes. Next up, goddamn Civil War trailer, y'all. I mean, Black Panther in all his glory, like
with the bulletproof suit on.
Yo,
like just like turn around, like who's throwing pebbles?
Yo,
right.
But what everybody else likes about it, and we'll get to Spider-Man. Yeah, Spider-Man was in it. My favorite part of it was when he was running after Bucky because he looks like a panther. Like when he's jumping off the car. And grabbed. I was like, damn, he looked like a cat. And I was like, oh, that's how he's gonna fight. He gonna fight like that. And I was like, oh, this is gonna be so ill.
Well, see, I went and did some digging, and they were talking about the stunt person that's doing most of his fighting and his stunts. Like that's how the dude moves when he's fighting. Somebody who was on set said he got to see like some of the action scenes, and they're like, dude moves like a cat the whole time when he's fighting.
Wow, that shit's gonna be dope. Panther's gonna be dope. But still, I'm interested in first off just getting a little taste of the freaking giant superhero clash in the airport or wherever it's at. Yeah. That's dope. Just because that's just dope. When Hawkeye shot dude out the arrow. Yeah, and he flew through the man's fingers. I was like, "This nigga, these niggas like y'all don't fuck with us, but y'all gonna fuck with us after this movie, goddamn. Y'all keep on talking shit about us being normal motherfuckers. We gonna show y'all niggas."
Yo, Feek, you want to hear something that's very exciting that I know that's not a spoiler about that movie, about that scene? Yeah. It's 15 minutes.
Perfect. Better be.
That scene?
Yeah, that scene is 15 minutes. It's an IMAX scene, shot specifically in IMAX. And they said the inspiration, those big splash panels, those 2-page panels, were like half the Avengers on one side and half the Avengers on the other. That's how they filmed the whole thing, dog.
Oh, fam.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how big of a nerd Kevin Feige is, who runs Marvel film division. He said that his favorite comic book character is Doctor Strange, the Ditko run. Like, are you serious? Like, you're an OG nerd. Like you got stripes on you, and that's who's running these movies. So, it's nothing you can say about the trailer. It was flawless.
It was, man.
Like, and they blew up the UN, so like we can speculate that Black Panther's father was in there, and that's how he became Black Panther. It's just so much. They said at the end of this movie, people are not coming back. Period. Like not Marvel. You know how they bring everybody back. Yeah. They're saying people do not come back from this.
Like, people are gonna die,
and it's gonna end. Like, they're saying this is their not return, their Empire. This is their Empire Strikes Back.
No, fam. Who's it gonna be?
Kill? So they're hinting that War Machine dies, which isn't really a big loss.
So it's not a big loss, but it's kind of whack to me that he never really got to get busy. Like, I rewatched all the Iron Man movies.
Has War Machine ever got to get busy though?
Yeah.
Like,
he did in one of the Iron Man movies when they all dropped down. Man, when they got control of the suits. When my man with the crazy face? What's my man with the crazy face? Mickey Rooney got a hold of the suits, and then they went into a little bonsai garden, and he got busy for about 2 minutes.
Yeah,
he was getting it in. But that's it.
So this is the thing. Feek, if y'all don't want to know, it was in the trailer, so it's not a spoiler. But if you don't want to know, cover your ears, because I can tell you not exactly what happened, but what the internet is saying. So I can't guarantee it's true or not. But this is
just whisper it. Just whisper it, dog.
Well, I can't just whisper it. Like, if you're gonna listen, you're gonna listen.
Just come on, man.
Shut up, Steve. Just say it. Just say it.
So this is the thing. They're saying that Bucky and War Machine are gonna die, and the reason they say that is
I can see. I can see that. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
In the trailer, if you screenshot, because people capture and screenshot. If you stop it at an exact frame, there's a shot where Iron Man is facing Cap. And Bucky is on the ground behind Cap with no arm. You can clearly see his arm is gone. And they're saying that that's when he kills him. He goes off the edge and kills him.
Well, okay. Hold on, though. I was watching another thing where they were showing where there was a scene where Bucky had his arm, and then another scene where his arm was all blacked out, where both his arms were blacked out. So maybe that's the time where his arm got snatched off and they gave him both metal arms.
And see, this is the thing. I'm hoping that Marvel was, because that, you don't just throw a spoiler in like that.
Yeah, Marvel's not that sloppy. That's not happening.
I'm hoping that there was a red herring.
These are the same dudes that set us up for like 2 years for Hawkeye to die.
Yes.
And then had Silver Surfer die.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
It was so good. This hell of a trailer.
That's a good point.
Very
good trailer. Very good.
I did want to ask a question. Zaire from the Facebook group. He asked, "What game would you like to bring back? Any console?"
Whoa, nigga, we ain't talking about Spider-Man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Well, see, I wanted to yada that because some niggas is real mad. I didn't know if you was gonna be mad or not at Spider-Man. Like some niggas.
Can I go first, please? Because I know y'all are gonna go way longer than me.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
All right. I think it's dope. I think the suit is dope. I dig the fat spider on the back. I don't really dig the small spider on the front. Small spider on the front is kind of whack. I also dig the fact that dude sounds young.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like he sounds like he's like 15, 16 years old. So I'm with it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm with it too. What about you, Fig?
So I am elated about what I'm seeing from Spider-Man. I haven't seen this fat spider on the back thing though. Like y'all got an image on that?
I don't have it. I didn't see.
Yeah, if you slow it down when he flips, he grabs the shield and then he flips on top of that white van or that white truck. When he flips, you can see his back, and he's got the fat spider on it. It's kind of like the spider he has on his back on a cartoon that's on Netflix, The Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah. That makes sense though. That makes sense.
I have to look it up. But either way, so the only thing I don't like is Little Spider. It just kind of looks a little, but I love little black accents. I am still, so I'm saying here now, I may sound stupid at the end, but I still imagine that spoiler alert, major spoiler alert. At the end of the Civil War comic book, Spider-Man reveals his secret identity.
Yeah.
And I am not. So who was it? Tom Holland? Some little dude named Tom Holland?
Tom Holland.
So they haven't showed this dude's face as Spider-Man yet in the movie. I am not positive that when they take off Spider-Man's mask, that's what we're going to see. I feel like we could fuck around and see, I don't know, the young nigga from Dope or even fucking Tobey Maguire. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's a swerve coming.
See, the problem,
you know what I'm saying?
The problem with that, and like, I really want to believe it. I really, really, really fucking want to believe it. But the problem with that is Aunt May has already been cast, and they've already showed scenes for her, and she's definitely super white. So we kind of.
I mean, did they say her name or anything? Yeah, maybe she's just a random white lady that looks like Aunt May. Maybe they trolling.
No, they said it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
damn.
Because when I thought about it, I was like, man, that'd be so good. But then I looked it up because I knew somebody had said something about Aunt May, and I went back and looked, and yeah, she's in there.
Man, I wish they would have did that.
I mean, and it's still time for him too. I can't say that. It's like, put it this way, it's a lot of nerds that have a problem with the latex look of the Spider-Man. I don't see a problem with it. I thought it looked nice. And I'm sure
he does kind of look like a fruit roll up. Like,
yeah,
I like that. I like how bright. The thing I always liked about what's it called, Marvel movies is that it's bright. Like, it feels like a comic book. It doesn't feel like a fucking, noir. You know what I'm saying? They try to make
I'm with you.
Batman a little too tough for me.
No, I'm with you. I would like it to be bright, but he almost looks so like latexy that he doesn't look real.
Yeah,
a little bit to me.
That's what they were saying. He looks real CG, and I feel.
Yeah, and I don't want it to be. I don't want it to be like the Hobbit, that last Hobbit movie where they made the orc CGI. I was pissed, bro.
Yeah, I figure it'll be ground down a little bit in post. I did like that they had the eyes moving. I thought that was a nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was dope with the little gray accents around the eyes,
and it made a little noise. I don't know if y'all noticed that.
Yeah,
one.
It definitely came from Tony. Like that,
yeah.
Definitely say.
So I like that. I'm most interested. The thing I'm looking forward to the most is his interactions with Tony Stark.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
me too.
Yeah,
I just think it's going to be a good movie. But they're 2 for 2 for trailers, and we're going to get one more before it comes out. It'll be the final one, and I'm looking forward to that as well.
I also want to see what type of attitude they give him. I really like the attitude that he has in the cartoon.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that Spider-Man, the most recent one that just came out.
What, Web Warriors or Amazing Spider-Man?
Amazing Spider-Man, where he's cracking jokes, but he's still like serious about what he's doing. It's not all super duper campy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say this, for all the flack that the second Spider-Man movie got, the second rebooted Spider-Man movie got, and I never saw it. That guy,
he was a good Spider-Man.
As Spider-Man, he was pretty dope.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I liked him.
Action Spider-Man, the action scenes with that Spider-Man were really good. It was just unfortunate they couldn't build a halfway decent movie around it. But you can't blame him for the Spider-Maning in the movie.
Yeah,
no, not at all.
I'm just glad they went young. Like, so now we got Spider-Man for 10 more years. Like, that's
right.
It. Like, if we wanted to make Spider-Man 3, 4, and 5, they can do it with him. If you notice, a lot of these studios, they're getting younger actors for that reason. Daisy Ridley, John Boyega, stuff like that.
I predict a black or Asian Gwen Stacy. I just think that shit's gonna happen.
Zendaya just got cast in the movie, but we don't know what. So
it'll probably be Asian.
No, Zendaya, the black
Zendaya. Yeah, she's like a Disney Katir.
Yeah, she just got.
No. I understand what you're saying. You said black or Asian, and I said if I could bet, it would be Asian and not black.
Can we really have an Asian chick named Gwen Stacy though?
Yeah, sure.
She's gonna be named NGYUE.
Yep.
No, sir. I won't let that pass. No, sir.
She could just be named Gwen. They can orphan her up real quick.
Oh my God. Shouts out to the Black Astronauts does not endorse these comments as well. Sorry, Shirley.
So happy with myself for that joke.
So back to the question from Zaire from the Facebook group. Go check out the Facebook group. Just type in Black Astronauts Podcast Network, and we'll let you in as long as you're not spam, because I've been blocking a lot of spam here lately. And also, if you invite your friends, please let me know that you're inviting your friends like it's cool. But if they don't have anybody in common with us, they will get blocked. So let me know first, because I seen some disgusting shit. What game would you like? What game would you like to bring back? Any console, any generation. So
easy. I got so many.
And
we only going one. We only going one. Are we going
let's only do one, because we're gonna talk about it for a couple minutes.
Oh, you got to let us riff a little bit on this one.
Okay.
So if I gotta pick one,
you can only pick one, and then we go around, and then you can pick another one, but you can't just keep going.
Yeah.
Okay. So number one, if I could get this game hold on, let me make this sure. Are we like updating this game for modern?
It can
systems?
Be the best possible version that it can be. So whatever modern system, VR, whatever you want to do.
And yours ain't beat mine, I guarantee you. Go ahead.
All right, so I got a couple of options, but I guess number one is freaking Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh my God!
Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic.
Absolutely, fuck.
I guess
that would be hell. That would be hell.
Because I mean, I don't know what the Memorpagir one was all about, but I don't play Memorpagirs.
Just say, don't be late. Don't be lazy, nigga.
So don't be lazy.
That's not how you're not supposed to say the word. You're supposed to say the letters.
Fuck that. No, I'm not saying MMORPG.
I've never heard
Memorpagir. You never heard that?
No.
You don't watch Zero Punctuation?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna post a video of Zero Punctuation in the group.
Okay.
You should be watching him. You gonna get some when you got some time on your hands. You gonna watch all his shit.
Oh, for real?
Anyway, he says Memorpagir.
Okay.
I don't play Memorpagirs. So I need them because they didn't really finish the story. Low key of Darth Revan. We getting real nerdy now. They didn't finish Darth Revan's story,
but they kind of finished it in the books, but they didn't finish it on the game.
Yeah, I ain't that nerdy. I don't read the fucking books. Okay, BioWare was at their best to me with that really really simple, dynamic. Like the options in that were so dope because you would like turn freaking your friends into Dark Jedi on accident because you was fucking with them.
Yeah.
Fucking, what was the name of the robot that was funny as shit?
Oh shit!
Look that up.
I can't remember.
I gotta look that up.
But keep moving because we got
Okay, HK-47.
Oh,
need that nigga. All right, go. All right, that's me. That's my first one. Y'all can go.
See why?
Man, something that they haven't mastered yet that I'm thinking will be super dope, just because I feel like there's a certain ebb and flow that they've mastered with Destiny and Borderlands and a couple other games that are multiplayer that allow you to just kind of flow seamlessly and really fall into the game, but they haven't mastered this type of game. You're doing it in this type of game yet. I think they should remake Double Dragon.
Damn.
Ooh.
Damn. Now,
yeah, you got me, son.
Now
I think they should remake Double Dragon. If you can make Double Dragon feel like Call of Duty at its very least, but you're just mixing niggas up and giving them the hands, but no guns.
Oh my gosh!
And you're walking around like Streets of Rage or like, bruh.
Yeah, there hasn't been.
I don't understand why nobody's made those games in the last 15, 20 years. Like nobody's tried.
I mean, think about
bruh.
What's the last beat 'em up that came out though? Like
I can't think of.
Yeah.
I can't think of.
Mordor, Shadows of Mordor.
Yeah, that was it. No, that was Batman game.
Like a panda.
That was kind of like
there was a tiger. There was a yeah. Batman's the closest, I guess, but
Shadows of Mordor is the same.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's more of Batman.
Yeah.
But it's not.
But
like
no, you need to beat them up where you play with your boys.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? And now that there's online capable systems, like I should be able to get into, you know what? I guess the closest thing is what was the zombie game? Dead Rising.
Yeah, Dead Rising was.
Yeah,
that was kind of close.
And you know what's funny? Me and my boys, you know how you play a game forever and you start doing weird shit. So we used to play Red Dead Redemption, the zombie version, and the multiplayer, and we would just meet out in a certain spot in the desert and just box. We would just meet out there. There'd be like a big gang of like 40 motherfuckers in a circle, and we would literally like be having some Fight Club type shit going on.
Yeah, man.
Like
that game was amazing. By the way, I know it's not what you want to bring back, but please bring that to.
No. That's part of my list. Could you imagine playing that? Like,
please bring
like
that
VR.
To, oh God, no, hell no.
Getting chased by a bear, fam. It's already scary as hell. Hearing that bear in your headphones.
Yeah, that was a good one,
bruh.
So is that what you got for your first one?
Yeah, Double Dragon.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with something that's super obscure. Feek might have an appreciation for. You might too, CY. Jade Empire by BioWare. Remember that?
I did not like Jade Empire,
but that's why
I didn't either. And Feek, those types of games were your shit, weren't they?
But see,
but Jade Empire.
But listen,
it's weird. This Jade Empire is a combination of the game I picked and the game you picked.
Yeah.
Done, in my opinion, done poorly. It's a combination of Double Dragon and what's it called?
Yes, it was. It was done poorly, but that's why I want to bring it back because it was done poorly. But the actual branching paths and the dialogue was the precursor to how you get Mass Effect because it had a good and evil and neutral outcome and factions, and it was huge, and for the graphics to be what they were, it was amazing. Like that game in 2016 is Skyrim with ninjas. Like I will be all over that, dog. So that's definitely my first pick. What about you, Feet? Actually, you know what? We're gonna see. We'll go see why. Go see why next.
What? We going second pick?
Yeah, second pick.
Second pick of game so is this just old games that I want brought up, or is this any game that I feel like could have been done better?
Well, I would feel like it has to be at least older. Like it came out like in the last 5 years. Couldn't have came out.
Okay, couldn't have came out in the last 5 years. The game that not even in the last 5 years. I'm gonna get on some creep shit. Leisure Suit Larry.
Yeah. I need to hear your reasoning.
Shit. You went. I think it's about time. I mean, shit. The VR is coming, so you know that's coming too.
Yeah.
Pun intended. Yeah. So I fucks with that. Well, there was a Leisure Suit Larry, or maybe that was a Playboy game, not too long ago.
Something like that. They tried to revive the brand a couple times.
Yeah,
man, really caught on because porn is free. So I mean, like.
Man, hold on. I remember, like, I found Leisure Suit Larry at my father's house when I was, like, 12, 13, but I could not figure out how to install that motherfucker.
Everybody has that story for, like, that or, like, Doom or some shit. Like,
I'm like, God, it's going to be on here. And for days, I was trying to figure out how to install that.
Nigga,
trying to do it in silent and shit, like creeping into the computer room.
Let me tell you how weak-minded I am now compared to when I was a kid. Nigga, I tried to get into my DOS system back home. My mom had randomly had my old Windows computer. Nigga, I tried to get into my DOS system to boot up Doom because you got to, boot it up through a DOS client. Nigga, I could not remember my command prompts for anything. I felt like I was 5 again, bruh. I'm talking about it was horrible. Like C++, none of that shit made any sense to me, man. None of those commands made any sense. And back in the day, I was like, that's how you launched all your games. We so soft now, dog. Think about how long it took to launch.
Just everything installs itself for us.
Think about how long we had to install in a command prompt Oregon Trail or some shit like that. Like you had to boot it up C:// command.txt. Like that's how you got
I forgot about that shit.
Yeah, nigga, that's how you got into those games. We so soft now, man. I just had to throw that out there. It made me weak.
Hey, remember having to remember your password for your save on the fucking game, and it'd be like a long string of alpha numbers and shit.
And you would have a notebook with all your passwords and codes.
Bruh, like the instruction. First of all, came with instruction manuals. All right. Now we sound old, nigga, and had a panel in the back just for your notes to write down your codes.
Yeah, and it wasn't even like a thing. Like it was normal. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yep.
I remember booting up Doom for the first time and actually unlocking like secret levels and actually using. I didn't even use a fucking mouse. I used a ASDW and I used my mouse. I mean my space bar. That's how I played through the complete version of Doom. I'm so weak now, nigga. Like I can barely use up my command keys on my computer anymore. Like, it's embarrassing, dog. Because I was so into it when I was younger. But anyway, what about you, Feek? What's your next one?
So, my next one is fucking NFL 2K, nigga.
Well,
I mean,
why would you bring it back though? You want the in-helmet camera?
No. I want competition. Well, maybe I should say NCAA football, but that ain't been long enough, and I know that's coming back. I want the competition to return to football games.
Yeah.
Because this last Madden, I will say, they finally, like every Madden since Xbox 360 has been relatively shitty. And this Madden, finally, they kind of like, brought something to the table that really kind of put the game back into, playability. I don't think I played a single Madden more than like a month since like 03, 04.
But you playing this one like crazy?
This one I played like crazy, but then I stopped because it's like had shit to do. But I'm getting ready to buy it again. Like I've traded it in maybe in like November or December, some shit. But now like I'm getting ready to buy it again, which I haven't done for Madden in a minute.
So you trying to get that work on Madden? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not playing you in Madden. See, this is just a thing we don't do as friends anymore.
Why not, man? That used to be the thing. You used to talk crazy shit about Madden and lure me in the trash. Why else you want that?
Right?
You don't want that static.
That's true. That shit is stressful now, and I can no longer compete at the level at which I'm retired.
Yeah.
All right.
Nigga.
I'm Kobe Bryant.
Yo.
You're an old walrus, and I'm moving you off the rock right now. Get off my motherfucking rock.
Damn,
that's
heavy.
All that shit you was talking.
Anyway, NFL 2K was doing the type of shit Madden just started doing back in 05.
Yeah, like
you
was taking control of your receiver, and back in the day, like 2001, you was doing DB stuff. You was doing like all the stuff that Madden just did this year. You was doing back then.
Yeah, most of that shit was NFL 2K in some capacity back in 05. So it's like, I know them niggas, 2K basketball has clearly destroyed NBA Live, which is insane when you think about it, because NBA Live was it for a good, I don't know, 15 years. Like 93 was the first one maybe.
And then 2K said, fuck y'all. Move.
Yeah, 2K came out, and then like by 2K, I don't know. I think NBA Live took off 1 year. A couple years back.
The battle was a little bit longer than that. But once 2K, see the thing that happened, fam, 2K beat them to the hey, let's make this realistic race.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the same thing between Madden and whatever the fuck the other shit was. 2K, yeah. They was like, we beat you to the making it realistic game, because you notice there's no more NBA jams. Remember, we used to go to the arcade to play like those outrageous, crazy games and shit. Niggas don't really fuck with them shits no more.
They can't get with they can't pay for the licenses anymore.
Right. And 2K has been killing 2K and Madden in their perspective areas have been killing it so long. They hire the best people. They pay them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they make so much money, it doesn't matter. Whatever you want, I'll pay you. Because you can't just do it by yourself. You got to have a whole team.
Right.
So.
But no, my thing was, it ain't been a competition, because I think maybe the first year of the PlayStation 4, I think, when Xbox One came out and the PlayStation 4 came out that year, they canceled NBA Live. And I don't know if they've made one. I think they made one after that, and it was like a glitchy mess. And then ever since then, it's been a wrap. So if I know they can dominate in 2K basketball, like 2K basketball is amazing. It's, to me, even though I don't like it, really is. It is clearly the best simulation sports game out right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I need that.
It's pretty insane.
It's insane. I need that for my football game because Madden is fun, but I can see the gaps in a lot of shit. There's so many things they do poorly that they hide effectively. So I need my 2K football back.
For me, and we're only due 2, dog. We've been going for a little minute. It seemed that way. Feek, how much longer? Feek, how much longer can you be on? Because I know it's really on you. You know, we job. Let's wrap it up. That's all I was thinking. So this is the thing, though. I want to get my second one in, and y'all will all say yes. Def Jam Fight for New York.
My nigga.
I don't even want them to. I don't even want them to change the game. I just want them to up-res it and give it to me again.
Just add some more characters, right? Because if they change the game, then that means that we're not gonna have none of the good characters because we're gonna have a lot of bitch niggas in the game right now.
That's the thing I said. I don't really want to fight.
So they gotta do it like Tekken, where they give you that big ass fucking roster.
I'm just saying, give me a.
You gotta give me Keith Murray.
Yo.
But are we really going to fight Childish Gambino against Young Thug? Like, is that like?
Are they on?
Who's on Def Jam?
That's the thing. I don't know who's on Def Jam. I'm not
even. Isn't that sad? Remember when Def Jam used to give you posters of their whole roster? When you got CDs.
Yo, I'm not saying that you need to change any of the characters. I'm just saying, give me the fucking game again. Like, let me play this.
That was one of the best wrestling games I've ever fucking played.
Nigga,
I don't know, man. Def Jam, the Def Jam Fight for New York was a fun distraction, but I wasn't.
But you're a fighting game person. It's different. Like,
you know what? That's my thing, though. See, I'm a fighting game person for real.
You count frames. You count frames. Like,
I count frames.
Yeah,
like, bro, I was getting my dude fresh like an hour before the fight.
Yeah.
And that was fun. I remember that.
You know what I mean? And I know that sounds crazy, but whatever. Like, don't act like you didn't do it if you didn't play the game. Don't act like you didn't have more than one fit because they had a nice little whoopty wop in there. You know what I mean?
It was like Black Smash Brothers, dog. That's what it was.
Bro, it was so fun, fam. I used to spend hours playing that shit.
Like this thing about getting David Banner. Yeah. Nigga jumping
off the M. Cricket.
Fat Joe was so motherfucking cheap, bro. I hated it. And they used to power drive you all. I stand that motherfucker, man.
Yeah, and that was my thing. Is like, so I like hip hop, I like wrestling, and I like fighting games.
It was the best wrestling game. It's the best wrestling game. Not next.
But see, that's the thing. It wasn't really a wrestling game. It wasn't really a hip hop game, and it wasn't really a fighting game. And so I found myself enjoying it, but at times wishing, man, I wish the wrestling mechanics in this. I wish this had, Rey Mysterio and Chris Jericho in it. And then I found myself saying, I wish the fighting game mechanics were a little more refined so that there was some level of skill into like the matchups. And then I found myself saying, man, Joe Budden ain't even had like a good album. Why I'm fighting with this nigga again?
But then Joe be that character that got them hands though. Joe be nice. You know what I mean?
That was a new artist when they first dropped. In fact,
he had the big ass chain on and shit. Probably had a velour suit on, nigga.
But
like time is money, nigga. Let's go. I remember that shit.
Nigga,
I remember that shit.
Y'all just
go ahead, Aaron. I'm sorry.
Remember the little girlfriends? I'm sorry.
Y'all just gonna keep doing it again, huh? It's the same thing, huh? Damn.
The girlfriends. Okay, that was a good part. Yeah. That was the only girlfriend I had in high school.
Yeah, man.
Skag.
Yeah, man. Equal. All I'll say is this, dog. It's a real good game, and I really want them to bring that back out right now.
That would be correct.
Troubadour in the chat said Legend of Dragoon. That's another one. But they did have Panzer Dragon come out not too long ago. Spiritual successor a little bit. But yeah, man, that was a good ass question. Go to Facebook and go to the Facebook group. Black Astronauts Podcast Network, and join, and we will let you in if you're not creepy.
I just YouTube. I forgot how ridiculous these fucking finishing moves were.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the David Banner one, he would jump on your chest for like 5 minutes.
Redman would use you as a jump rope, then kick you in the nuts.
Yo, Feek, I forgot. This is what I meant to tell you. It is a wrestling game because it was made by Akai, the same people that made the same engine that made all the wrestling.
Yeah, I know they made the same engine, but see, the wrestling is not just the mechanics of the game. It's also I want to fight with Rey Mysterio.
So then you just want a skin change. It's not necessarily.
Yeah, if I could, a skin change combined with it being a little over the top, like jump roping a nigga, you know.
See. This is why niggas don't support black business. You rather go the other way just because you always been that way. And you're not gonna support all the black characters.
No, I like Ahmad Johnson.
That's a deep cut. Anyway, so the last two things I want to talk about, and then we'll get up out of here because Feet got to go and we got shit to do as well. First off, John Boyega really is the best, dog. Like
he's out here getting it in.
Yo, as a ambassador to Star Wars, like he's the best, man. Like he was just out. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I just need him and Cam Newton to just start a squad. Just be like the A team and just go around and talk to the babies and
What did he do?
Yo, he's just out off his visit, meeting like he was sticking up for women on Instagram last week. He shut down Black History Month haters like two weeks ago. And then now he's taking the kids and meeting sick kids for no reason. Like
he's getting dressed up. And he's going to children's hospitals and he's kicking it with the kids like all day.
And keep in mind, he's filming right now. Like they're filming episode 8 right now. So he's taking time, his free time, and when he comes back from Michael Island, where they're filming, he just goes and visits sick kids. Slow clap, dog.
And bro, he doesn't come out there in like a Target t-shirt and a hat. No, he's got on the jacket and the shirt and like the shoes. Like he's doing it.
Yeah, he's in full regalia.
Yeah, with the
just kind of like did you ever see that one that Johnny Depp did when he was dressed up like Caribbean dude? Y'all probably haven't seen it, but he was in like full makeup. Like he sat makeup for hours.
I did see that.
Just to be there for them kids. Yeah, and John's doing it the same way. It's dope.
Yo, so the Black History shit. It was just the shit that caught me off guard because he's British. He's they really don't celebrate Black History Month. But he said somebody was talking about Black History Month and he was like, "Yeah, you can celebrate it too with a side of shh." And then he was like, "Yeah, you can take several black."
Yeah, they were hating on it.
He said you could take several back seats to Black History Month.
Yo, this don't look shit like Joe Budden. Did they not know what this nigga looked like when they made the game? This don't look like shit like Joe Budden. Go watch this shit. I'm sorry. I'm just watching this Jeff.
I mean, but you're not.
That's
sorry.
like
you're not.
But
sorry,
that's like if we got a bad game made right now, like Teddy we wouldn't spend all that money on Teddy. Like
everybody else looks like themselves. Ludacris, Capone.
Yo, so back to the end of the show.
Sorry.
We made Teddy like 8 pixels. You know what I mean?
So, in the final thing that I want to talk about, just 2 seconds. Remember how we talked about sex criminals a little bit last week, Nerd Show?
Yeah.
Nigga, sex criminals go some places.
It's called Sex Criminals. It's fucking better.
Did the new one come out?
Have you read all the other ones? Because
I've read the first 3, I believe.
Yeah, I got. Yeah, it goes. It's up to. I think I'm up to 10 now. Issue 10. It goes some places, dog.
Okay, so are we talking like Showtime, Cinemax when we were kids, soft porn? Are we talking like
existential?
Gray is the new whatever the fuck. 50 Shades of Grey.
I mean, part of it, yeah. But we're talking like existential.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
Time travel. So last thing I saw, so spoiler alert, and don't tell me anything after this. Last thing I saw was when Bitch Face, you know who Bitch Face is, right?
Yeah. What, nigga?
Yeah, so just all right. Just
does this person have on a mask with a zipper?
Not her.
Yeah.
Shit.
But there is.
How can you be named bitch face when you don't have on the zipper mask? I'd hate to see what bitch face. Zipper mask really looks anyway.
Read sex criminals. So the last thing I saw was I think they kidnapped bitch face.
So I'm just gonna give CY the premise. Actually, you can probably break it down a little more eloquently than me.
Sex criminals. Excuse me. Sex criminals. They. It's a girl can stop time whenever she has an orgasm, and so she, like many girls in the world, has kind of an awkward, confusing sexual awakening, and then she eventually meets a guy who can do the same thing, and so then they fall in love, and then they have some relationship issues, and they also suddenly realize that there's like a whole secret society of people like them. Once they who are just okay. So when they have sex, so does it happen like right? No, when they have an orgasm.
Yeah. When they have an orgasm, so there are people. So there are other people out in the world that have this thing where they can skeet and disappear or stop time, basically.
Time stops. There's a porn star.
It's some people like that are chasing at the present moment as well. Like it's a lot going on, dog.
It's a lot going on.
But they also decide to rob banks.
Yeah.
So
it's sex criminals.
They're sex criminals. So whenever they're having the very first issue, they're caught fucking in the bank bathroom, and that's how they rob the first bank.
That's how they disappear.
Yeah. So, and they get they fuck everywhere, dog. Like it's just an amazing book, dog. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's really
I wonder if it's just like vaginal or like if she does anal.
It's whatever.
Any orgasm. Yeah, any orgasm.
Any orgasm.
The porn star story, and it's also really deep. Like it's a deep kind of like analysis of like sexual identity and politics, not just in terms of gay, straight, whatever, but like what gets you off. Like, because the porn star had, like, her story was tragic as fuck. I don't want to ruin it.
Yeah, it was bad.
Can they stop it from happening?
No.
No, if they have an orgasm, it happens.
They're going somewhere.
Right. And then time stops until they end the refractory period. You see what I'm saying? So you know how, like, you'll bust a nut and be like, all right, I'm not doing nothing for, like, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So within that 20 minutes, time stops.
They got to go do something.
Right. No, they can do whatever.
Yeah. And
it's just that whenever they get ready to fuck again, time starts up again.
Yeah.
You get it?
Oh, so hold on. So after the 20 minutes, time doesn't just resume. They have to start fucking again to bring time back.
No. Nigga, read the book. Yeah, it's worth it time. You ain't got shit else to do. Read the book.
Just put it this way. It is the best new comic that I'm reading besides Uber. It's amazing. And I'm glad you picked it up, Fig. I didn't know if you was gonna pick it up.
I had that one even without just off GP.
Yeah.
They have a nigga named Drake in Def Jam Vendetta, and it's a blonde white. It's John Cena. His name is John Cena. He looks just like John Cena.
That's funny. So with that being said, I can't even. That's not a segue. That's a horrible segue. I was just gonna. We ended the show, niggas. Show is over.
It's over, nigga.
Black Ass Nuts Podcast at gmail.com. I hope y'all had a good time. 5-star reviews. That is our currency. We got a couple new ones. Go ahead, leave one. Black Ass Nuts Podcast or on iTunes or Stitcher. And if you don't do it for ours, if you listen to another podcast, make sure you go and leave them a 5-star review as well, because it really means a lot and it helps us in the rankings. So with that being said, until next time, y'all. Peace.
Peace.